Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of my football review and my preview. I'm Nick Brolis. I am your host. Again, thank you for tuning in. You can feel free to follow me on Twitter at mbrolis, and you can email me at my email, nickbrolis8404@yahoo.com. Today, we are going to first review the college side of things, and got things so clustered up over here, it seems sometimes. It was a pretty big weekend for college football once again. One of the games that I was able to watch was Nebraska and Rutgers. They played each other for the first time. 42-24, number 16, Nebraska took out Rutgers. And then, I didn't watch this game, but the score caught my eye. TCU absolutely annihilated Texas Tech, 82-27. Ouch! That's a basketball score. And then, the upset that I did not pick, if you want to call it an upset, I had Ole Miss beating LSU at LSU. LSU actually ended up winning 10-7. I did watch that game, and it was a very good game. And then the other game that I did not catch, but I noticed the score, and I seen some of the highlights. Kansas State just absolutely throttled Texas. I don't know if you want to say throttled, but they beat down Texas pretty bad, 23-0. Whatever happened to Texas? Wow. Get some better recruits. And maybe in a couple years, maybe a better coach. We don't know. But anyways, Michigan State held serve, thank God, number 8 in the country. They beat their arch rival Michigan 35-11. And then I didn't watch the Auburn-South Carolina game, but it was a close one. 42-35. Now, as for the Ohio State game, this is what I got from watching it. I know a lot of you were upset. Rightfully so. Penn State stinks. And we should have killed them. By all means, we should have absolutely killed them. But we didn't. And guess what? It's a good thing we didn't kill them, in my opinion. Because you know that one word that so many people talk about that every team, including good teams, has to face? That's adversity. And here's the thing. Not this week when we host Illinois. Excuse me. But next week when we go up to East Lansing. This is the one game that everybody was talking about when the season first started. Even before the season first started. So we needed to play in a game where we had to battle adversity. And we had to win in overtime. It's double overtime. And guess what we also learned? J.T. Barrett can use his legs to make plays. And that's exactly what he had to do for the Buckeyes to win this game. And guess what? He's starting to be able to learn how to read defenses, change blocking schemes, and audible to a different play. It's great. The only thing I think we're all as Buckeyes fans, well, not all of you, but us Buckeyes fans are waiting on is for the secondary to get better. Can you imagine how good of a team we will be once our secondary improves? Wow. So, Ohio State, 31-24 over Penn State over in Happy Valley. It was a very good game in my opinion. So, now, on to preview this upcoming college football weekend. A couple of the games that I had marked down that I definitely want to catch. Is number 10 TCU. I want to see if they can avoid what Baylor fell into, I think it was last week, at number 20 West Virginia, a 3:30 start. I picked TCU to win that. Also, I'm curious to see how number 4 Auburn goes into Ole Miss and handles the Rebels. That's number 4 versus number 7. I took Ole Miss. Then, I'm curious to see how Oregon handles Stanford, because Stanford has given them a lot of problems the last couple years. Also, Notre Dame coming off a very tough, should-have-been win, but loss at Florida State. I'm curious how they play a quality Navy team. And yes, I did say quality, because I do think Navy is a pretty good team. But obviously, my big game that I want to see is Ohio State. I want to see them absolutely annihilate Illinois. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I want to see them absolutely annihilate Illinois. For one, this is college, this is the big difference between college and pros. They've got to absolutely kill Illinois. And I'm talking by 40 points, kill Illinois. Urban Meyer, you better bring everything out and have this game over by the beginning of the third quarter at least. Illinois should not even be thinking about possibly trying to come back at any point in this game. It should be over with no later than the beginning of the third quarter. So, that's my opinion with that. Now, moving on to the pros. We're going to do the review first, obviously. Oh, wow. Who called it? Nobody but me, as far as I know. That being the Monday Nighter, Washington at Dallas. I had Washington winning that game, and Washington did win that game in overtime, 20-17. A duel of former Cleveland Browns quarterbacks, Colt McCoy and Brandon Weeden. How fun was that to watch? And Weeden didn't look horrible, but nonetheless, Washington got the win. And I was a bit surprised here. I had the Colts killing Pittsburgh. Quite the opposite. Roethlisberger went 40 for 49, threw for I think 522 yards and 6 touchdowns. Just one of the reasons why he's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day in Canton. Pittsburgh absolutely destroyed Indianapolis, although the score didn't indicate it, 51-34. And then New England did a job on Chicago, 51-23. And Detroit came all the way back from 21 down to defeat Atlanta in the final second, 22-21. Amazing, if you ask me. Now, to preview this upcoming NFL weekend, here's a couple of the games that I'm very interested to see how they go. The Cardinals and the Cowboys. Let's see who I had picked here. I actually took the Cardinals because I think they're a better team, to be honest with you. I know some of you Cowboys fans probably won't like that, but tough. To my show, to my opinion, I can say what I want. Ha! Anyways, then the Jets at Kansas City. I took the Chiefs. I don't think Vic's going to make much of a difference. And then Jacksonville and Cincinnati. I'm taking Cincinnati. St. Louis goes out to the Bay Area to battle the 49ers. I'm taking San Francisco. Denver at New England. I'm going to take the Broncos. I think that's going to be an extremely close game, but I'm taking the Broncos. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. This was a tough one. I'm not going to lie. This was a very tough game for me to, on paper, look at and say, who's going to win this? At first I was sliding with Baltimore because I do think that they have the better team. But honestly, you Pittsburgh fans might want to admit something. The butt whooping that we gave you a couple weeks ago was the best thing to happen to you all this year. I'm going to take the black and yellow over the black and purple. And I can't stand purple or yellow personally, but here's why. I think Pittsburgh is right now on a mean streak. I think we, the Browns, woke them up. And they realized, hey, we got to get better in many areas. Offensively, they've got it. It's defensively is what I'm worried about if you're a Pittsburgh fan. I'm going to take the black and yellow of Pittsburgh over the black and purple of Baltimore. That's my opinion. Now, on to our game, my game, this Sunday, Tampa Bay and Cleveland. By the way, for those of you attending the game, it's going to be pretty cold. I'm going to take Cleveland. I think they finally realized after the Jacksonville game that they've got to show up and they've got to play a team tough regardless of their record. I'm going to take the Browns. I think they're going to win by no more than 6 points. I think it's going to be a close game, but I do take the Browns. And before I end this edition of my review and preview football show, I wanted to remind all of you out there that are looking to have nothing but a good time. Yes, I just sang. Thank you very much. If you love 80s music and you love to dance, or you just are looking for nothing but a good time, this Saturday, November the 1st, Cafe 80s will be On Tap at the Harbor in Akron. It's going to be a good, fun show. I believe the start time is 9:30. If you do not know, please feel free to tweet at me and ask me at mbrolis or email me nickbrolis8404@yahoo.com. Those of you that see me on a daily basis or have my phone number, please feel free to ask me. But I wanted to throw that out there for those of you that were looking for nothing but a good time. So that's my show for this coming week in football. I'm curious to see if any of you guys decide to jump in on the action of predictions. My name is Nick Brolis. Have a wonderful week of football action.